Hey, what's going on, chess fanatics? It's episode 91. We're currently rated 1619. Let's just get it. Okay, opponent 1615, Romania. Okay, let's continue with the Caro-Kann here. Let's see what our opponent has for us today. Okay, so they're going with the advanced. Not a bad strategy. Okay, so now is it queen out here? Very interesting. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. It is Friday. Super stoked about that. Okay. Should we take? I feel like we should just... Let's just take it. Okay. We're going to go queen back just to protect this. Oh, what was I thinking? For some reason, I had thought that we had that square covered. Just losing my mind. Okay, so how do we fix this? Okay, let's just attack the knight here. Look to potentially win back this pawn. A little bit of a misplay, but that's okay. Okay, so we should be able to take this. And now I think what we'll do is go knight to d7 here. Okay, we're gonna bring the bishop out, so we'll cover this square. Okay. That's fair. We will just bring the knight out. Castles, castles. Yeah, really unorthodox the way we played this one. Now we'll look to get the queen out potentially. We got to finish our development. Let's see where the queen winds up going. Okay, wait a second. Should we take back with the queen? Putting pressure here. Which is best? Okay, let's go with the queen takes. We'll put some pressure here. We'll see if our opponent just advances. I'm not sure what the thought is quite yet. But this cannot be hopefully the worst strategy. Then we'll play a6 and look to kick our opponent back a little bit. Because if they happen to go here, we'll of course just play b5 and they'll have to reroute anyway. Okay, so he drops the bishop. But again, I mean, am I missing something here? Okay. Now, this should give us some time. We have 6 minutes on the clock. Why don't we stop and think for a second? So instead of just playing a bunch of snap moves, if we go here, attack the queen, what's the follow-up? Okay, how about... Okay, we will just do this. Reason being that we should be able to just play g6 here. Keep this held down. Okay, so we're going to play b6 here. And instead of doing anything too crazy, we'll just develop the bishop and own the long diagonal here. I'm not sure, if our opponent will be able to really do too much to break this structure. So opponent can come in, but we're just going to take. And I think the best move is going to be to just look to offer a queen trade. Okay. So we definitely have time. How can we best coordinate this? I mean, let's just go ahead and threaten mate and also threaten a fork. I feel like this has to be a pretty strong move. And I'm assuming that may... Oh, I was thinking it might yield a resignation, but not so. So we'll pick up this rook here. Yeah, and that spells the game. So interesting game. Pretty short one. I'm going to decline this and we're going to just pop into the analysis board. Okay, I'm going to assume that we played with 85%, 87.8. We'll take it. Let's quickly run through nice and consistent. Typically, this is the way that I always handle these types of structures. I can't recall if the queen out was the appropriate move or not, but I feel, yeah, okay, so it doesn't like it. Does not like it. Okay. Oh, wow. Not at all what I had expected. But okay. I'm not sure if this is book move or not. It's certainly nothing nothing that I've seen. Nevertheless, it seemed to work out okay. Again, a bit of a slightly unorthodox opening, but again, some minor deviations, but more or less relatively consistent. So here I was happy to win the pawn and come back. Now, what was... So it didn't like this. Is c6 a better square? Okay, so it didn't seem to love that. That's okay. This was a little bit unorthodox as well, but again, things were getting a little bit cramped. I didn't want them to come in and then look to start trading off without my king being castled, even though I would be able to develop the knight to g6. The thought was if they get castled and then get the rook over, it might get a little messier than I would want it to be. So once we were able to get castled here, I was very happy. So queen takes, I think, yeah, okay. So it thinks that the knight is the better way, and you know what, I'm sure it was, but I felt like maybe it'd be better to have this exact pressure, even though I thought, well, hey, you know, they might just come out with the rook ultimately once they defend this. But hey, you know what, they wound up dropping a pawn. And yeah, it really, wow, really ripped through there quite quickly. But a point being, once I was able to secure the knight on h5, I felt like we'd be in a pretty good position because it'd be almost impossible for our opponent to come in and really break this structure down. You know, certainly a little bit weak on the dark squares, but they didn't have a bishop to counteract it. And so basically, we were able just to go through and have a relatively convincing win. Kind of saying, let's see here, 1950, opponent played 1500. All in all, a decent game. We're rated 1627, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.